We're going to talk about Mario's barn first. Mario had a big day yesterday. A couple of 3-year-olds obviously made breaks, but overall he had a big day. Barbie's Crown was good, although they went way too fast for her. Here's my take on Barbie's Crown. Barbie's trotting good, getting comfortable, doesn't need any speed right now. We're going to back up Barbie's Crown and have her in a set of maybe 5 for the next 5 training trips. I think 5 training trips between 235, 236, 234, somewhere around there, will do her a lot of good. She's not ready for the 220s yet, and she went there yesterday. She was tired when she came in. She was blowing. She did more work than she needed to do yesterday. So Barbie's Crown yesterday obviously didn't hurt her, but at the same time it gave us a real good barometer of what she's able to do and what she's not. Good news is she tried to do more. The bad news is she's not ready to. So I guess there's more good news. She got lots of time. So Barbie's Crown, we're going to back her up to 230-ish. I don't want to be closer to 230 than probably 233, 234. That might sound stupid. Geez, you're being picky. We aren't usually picky with the 2-year-olds. We try to train them according to how they feel. But at the same time, this filly, seeing how she felt in the speed she went yesterday, she needs to go slower for about 4 or 5 training trips to get some more stamina into her, get some more work into her, and get some more muscle on her. She's eating well. She feels great. She ate all her lunch yesterday, so that's a good indicator. I'll probably slide down to the barn later on this afternoon, take a look at all the horses, see how they're feeling. But Barbie's Crown, we know exactly where we're at and where we need to be now moving forward. Blue Monk, I told you guys over and over again about Blue Monk. There's pretty much no doubt he's one of our best horses after yesterday's performance. Come first over, sat out there, and blew by me with Frilly Fringes. Now, in fairness, Frilly Fringes I don't think was awesome yesterday. She was good. I'd said to Amy after, she doesn't need the ear hood to train. And she's never usually really good on the front. She likes to attack. I ended up on the front with her, removed her back to the front. And then Mario come first over with Blue Monk and jogged. He was very, very good yesterday. Canadian Titan, we talked about her extensively in the 3-year-old top 10 list, so to speak. Canadian Titan did make a break yesterday, but is getting better, and there's more than enough time to get her there in the near future. Cut the Line was good yesterday, first over. I don't know, finished second or third, but looked really good in doing it. Enduring Strength also made a break yesterday, but I'd said to Mario, just relax. Looks like he's over on the left shaft a bit. He's working through some stuff. No concerns there, and I know Danny owns a big chunk of this horse. I still own some of Enduring Strength, and he's never going to get around Tomiko Training Center very good. So really just do the best you can, put some work into him, and then move forward with him. We'll do some things and work on him this week, but I suspect you're never going to see a fantastic mile out of Enduring Strength over Tomiko Training Center. Not a real big deal to me. First Glance was infinitely better than he's been. Now, Mario did say he still is a little hot. He wants to put an open bridle on Monday. Go ahead. I told him that's fine. If he looks like he's still a little warmer than he should be, there's a number of things we can do. I'm not really worried. It's not like he's a runaway. He's just feeling good, and he still is a little grabby, but we can work with that. That won't be a problem at all. Frilly Fringes was good again yesterday. Not as good as I've seen her, just a little flat. Not sure why. It could have been a number of things. I noticed a lot of fillies were flatter yesterday, so it could have been horsing a little bit. Yeah, as I said, Frilly Fringes has been fantastic. I'm certainly not concerned with Frilly Fringes. Inland Beach was good. First over into that crew, Jason had to go there. She wanted out. She wanted to get going. And we were smoking on the end of it. First over into Emerald Miss in those horses. That was a good set. And Inland Beach, as I said, just a nice filly. Mario said it perfect. He said, listen, she's the type of horse I think anybody would love to own. She's handy. She's quick. She doesn't wear a boot. And she can go. I mean, is she a gold filly? No. But she's a good filly. And that's as important than anything else. Italian Grit. Italian Grit made a break yesterday. Italian Grit was a stud, is not anymore. And as soon as all his testosterone is out of his body, I believe his attitude will change considerably. He's a stubborn bugger. He bothers James because, one, he makes a break on James, and then I make fun of James. So, James scored him down yesterday, and he thought he had him real good. He said, yeah, he'll be better today. He made a break. I said, yeah, he's better, eh? So James was upset. But that type of stuff doesn't bother me. When he trots most of the mile perfectly and he's making that break for no reason, I guarantee you he'll relent. As we train him and train him and train him, Italian Grit will understand that it might be a little easier not to make breaks than make breaks. So I'm not really that concerned. Overall, the horse trots perfectly. Just I think a lot of this attitude is just attributed to him not being castrated that long ago. I'm Hill on Wheels was good again. Here's a horse that just, and this is all I want him to do. I don't want to see big gains from I'm Hill on Wheels, just inch by inch by inch. Mario's doing the right thing with this colt. He's doing it right. He's got it all figured out, just inch by inch. We don't want any big jumps with him. You know, we all know he's got his issues, and there's a number of horses in here that have issues, but it's a matter of trying to get them to the track in a proper way. And I shouldn't say it like inch by inch as if I want to baby him, right? I do understand that he has issues and we have to work with him a little different than other horses, but at the same time, those issues can't be fixed in July and August when he's racing. We have to know there's some horses in here that, you know, one in particular that has some issues that may hinder him, but I'm Hill on Wheels. When I mean inch by inch, I mean progression inch by inch. It's okay to see what he can do and what he can't do. I don't want to push him too far, but I do want him pushed. And Mario is doing an absolutely perfect job with I'm Hill on Wheels. Jazzy Judy's ready to start back. She looks good on the track right now. Looks great. Keystone Raven, here's a horse that left hind ankle filled up. Looked like she kicked the wall or something, acting up. We gave her a week. We jogged her. She was sore on it. We stopped with her. We had her ultrasound, and they said, there's nothing really there. There's no tears or, you know, there's a little bruising, but nothing dramatic. So we gave her a week. I assumed a week would be enough for that to heal up. We started jogging her. She's still a little sore on it. So I had told Ronnie, who takes care of her, and who is one of your partners on her, by the way. I said to Ronnie, listen, we got to get the heat and the swelling out of that full time. You tell you what, do give her the week off. We'll re-ultrasound her the first of the week. We'll find out what it is and what it is not. If it is a sprain and she needs more time, give it to her. It's lots of time. If it's something more, we need to know start of the week. So the preliminary reports for this were it was a sprain. I'm not saying it isn't, but it is something we have to look at and find out. It's my job, it's Ronnie's job, it's a vet's job to make sure that this filly can get back to 100% in a proper time frame. So Keystone Raven, although I'm not overly concerned, big picture, right now I want to know what's going on with Keystone Raven. Lincoln Hanover was very, very good the other day, and Mario said, pulling up, he said, you know, I think we did the right thing with this horse all winter. You know, this is a horse that was sore in the winter with the corks on. We backed him up, didn't train him for 3 weeks, took our time with him. Now the corks are off. You saw him pull up. He was really, really good yesterday and the week before, pulling up with his ears up, coming off the track with his ears up, eating, feeling good in the stall. This horse is sound and moving in the right direction for sure. Momo was good again yesterday. Now, a lot of people have said, how come the Davy guy goes with Momo? Why can't you go with Momo? Because I don't need to go with Momo. You guys saw what Momo looked like when I went with her. She looked awesome. And Momo understands what her work is. She's just got to put the work in. So right now, it's just gym time for her. So it really doesn't matter whether it's Davy, James, Mario, myself, or Danny, or anybody else. It's just a matter of putting the work in. She understands what she's supposed to do. If I feel the need to, or if an opening opens up in my schedule where I can jump on and go with her in the next few weeks, then I will. But did it again. But for now, Momo's just doing her work well. And please be patient. I know everybody wants the horses to look fantastic every week and win their sets every week. It's a long way from the racetrack, right? And we're just trying to teach the horses what they're supposed to do. At the same time, pack on that muscle in a comfortable, safe way so that they're as effective as they can be when they get to the races. Momo already knows. You know, if you go back to the video when I actually went with her, a month ago or so, you know, I put her on the front. I moved her twice hard. I put her on the front. I sat in the two-hole. The rail opened up, and she just screamed through the inside and won the training set. She knows what she's supposed to do. Just let her do her work. Nancy Allison was tremendous yesterday. Maybe one of the best miles of her entire training career. Anyway, definitely at Tomiko Training Center. Looked really, really good. Horse that surprised the hell out of me yesterday, and I thought he was a good horse. I'd mentioned it to you. We were going to castrate him because I thought he'd be a better gelding, and he is. Off-Road Hanover. That was a good mile yesterday for Off-Road Hanover. Really impressive mile from him. And it was funny. I almost said it again. So I was talking to a client yesterday, and they made a comparison to Off-Road Hanover to another horse we had a couple of years ago, how slick, quick on his feet he was, clearly powerful he was. The only question remains is, what's he going to do with his ability and how deep is he? Two questions I can't answer until they get to the races. No horse and no trainer can. And Off-Road Hanover, if he happens to answer those both correctly, could be some kind of nice horse. He's as slick a gaited horse as we have on the training center. Got a real quick gait to him, powers through the turns. His fastest steps in the entire training mile may have been in the point of the last turn. So Off-Road Hanover is a horse you may want to keep an eye on. I know I certainly am. Ronnie, what's wrong with me? Because I have it written Ronnie, that's why. Like Ron Burgundy. Fuck you, Seattle. Rooney Blue Chip. Rooney Blue Chip was very, very good last week training. I said to Mario, this is a horse we're going to have to keep a very close eye on. He's not the soundest horse, but he's sound right now. He's doing his work well right now. So let's just try and keep him the way he is right now. So jogged him all week, trained easy yesterday, just looked great. Rooney Blue Chip is where he needs to be. A horse that is not super sound, but loves doing his work well, is Set the Mood. And I've said this to everybody. Listen, Set the Mood's not sound. His knees kill him. He's got little aches and pains all over the place. But when you allow him, and the key to him is going to be keeping him in a comfort zone, pushing him in a proactive way without pushing him into that red line, right? Without asking him for too much. And I think this horse, we have been able to do that. The good news is I don't think he's any sorer today than he was 3 months ago. So I think the aches and pains he deals with on a daily basis. And if you watch his training, he's happy to deal with them. And I think you'll see a horse like him get better and better and better. It just takes a little bit of time. Sunshine and Shade was fantastic yesterday training. Very impressed with him. Walk on the Moon made 2 little breaks at the start, but was all business when Mario put him in gear. He looked very strong yesterday. Not nearly as strong as, I would say, 2 trotting fillies stole the entire show yesterday. On the 2-year-old side and on the 3-year-old side, we talked about Path of Totality. On the 2-year-old side, War We Welcome. I really just didn't think that Mario could beat me with GW Chrome the way he was. Now, having said that, War We Welcome is a big, powerful machine. Just go watch the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. I could easily convince anybody she's a 3-year-old. She's a big, strong 2-year-old. For her to move the way she did, do what she did yesterday, was impressive. You know, I busted by him down the backstretch, and then we were trotting on the end of it. Now, GW Chrome was getting a little tired. It wasn't usually where I move him, but I want him to see different looks at the racetrack also. And when Mario moved War We Welcome, yeah, he was chasing her, but there was no hesitation. She came to, tackled, and drove away from GW Chrome. She beat me by half a length and got by me going into the turn. Just an impressive training mile. So War We Welcome is exactly where we thought she would be all year. Mario's done a great job with her. And then Won My Heart Hanover is a horse that has been lights out for a very, very long time. She was a little grabby in her mile on Wednesday. I think she's just getting a little too racy. Nowhere near as racy as her predecessors by Sebastian K have been. Just a little grabby. She wanted to do her work, and she's having maybe a little too much fun in the training mile. So I opted for the next week or so, no training for her, just jogging, maybe a very slow mile here and there, without hobbles on, just to keep her up. But Won My Heart Hanover's just been fantastic. So that is Mario's Barn. I'll be back in just a minute with Harry's Barn.